What if you could predict the next hot neighborhood in Eugene before the prices go up? I'm not talking about wishful thinking, I'm talking about spotting real signs, economic indicators, development trends, even little lifestyle shifts that tell you a neighborhood is on the verge of taking off. Whether you're a home buyer looking to build long-term equity or an investor searching for smart opportunities, knowing what to look for before everyone else can give you a major edge. Hi, I'm Bryn with Hearthstone Real Estate here in Eugene, Oregon. On this channel, I coach you through the real estate process and have some fun along the way. Today, I'm going to walk you through exactly how to spot the next up-and-coming neighborhood in our local market. These are the same indicators I track for my own clients every single week. Let's dive in. Let's start with the big picture: economic growth and infrastructure. If you're seeing signs of new businesses opening in a neighborhood, think local cafes, co-working spaces, yoga studios, food trucks. That's not just fun and trendy. It's usually the first wave of investment. Entrepreneurs tend to be early adopters. They often set up shop in areas with untapped potential, affordable rents, and future upside. Then there's job growth. When major employers start expanding or new industries pop up nearby, in Eugene, that might look like growth in the healthcare sector around Peace Health, universities expansion at the U of O, or even some of the new tech and startup activity we've seen ripple down from the Portland metro area. And finally, don't underestimate infrastructure. If the city is investing in roads, utilities, or new public transit in a certain area, that's not random, it's strategic. The revitalization of the Eugene's riverfront area is a perfect example. With a mix of new parks, trails, restaurants, and residential construction, that whole section of downtown is being completely reimagined, and buyers are noticing. Now, let's zoom in a little closer and talk real estate market trends. This is where things get really interesting. Every month, I track metrics like median home sales price, days on market, and buyer demographics for the Eugene neighborhoods. If you notice home prices creeping up over the last 6 to 12 month period, that's a strong signal that the demand is rising, especially if homes are selling faster and getting closer or even above asking price. But here's another thing to watch for: who's moving in? If a neighborhood that was mostly rentals or longtime homeowners suddenly starts attracting young professionals, first-time buyers, or small families, that's a shift. These buyers are often looking for value and long-term potential. When they start buying in, they tend to improve homes, advocate for schools, and support local businesses, and that creates upward momentum. We've seen this in Santa Clara and Bethel over the last couple of years. More buyers are seeing these areas as solid alternatives to the higher price tags in South Eugene or Ferry Street Bridge. And the data supports it: faster sales, stronger pricing, and way more competition. Now let's talk about signs that you can literally see: development and revitalization. If you're driving through a neighborhood and notice city crews improving sidewalks, parks getting fresh landscaping, or schools undergoing renovation, that's a signal. When public money is being invested in community improvements, home values tend to follow. Another huge one is new construction, especially infill housing or accessory dwelling units, also called ADUs. If builders are willing to invest in smaller lots, remodel older homes, or add rental units, usually means they see value that isn't being fully recognized yet. The Whitaker neighborhood is a perfect example. For years, it was known more for its artistic vibe and older homes, but now we're seeing more ADUs, modern remodels, and even boutique commercial projects popping up. That area is transforming. Sometimes the most telling signs of a change aren't found in the data at all. They're part of the culture. When a neighborhood starts getting trendy, new restaurants, a local tap room, or maybe even a pop-up farmer's market, it's not just about fun, it's about demand. These kinds of amenities attract buyers who are looking for lifestyle, not just a house. The Friendly area is a great example, with its walkable vibe, mix of older and updated homes, and growing list of community spaces and eateries. It's become one of the most sought-after parts of town, and it didn't happen overnight. These shifts build over time. Another subtle shift: rental prices. If rents are rising steadily in a particular area, it often signals that people want to live there, even if they can't afford to buy there yet. Rent growth is often the canary in the coal mine when it comes to future home value growth. Now, let's talk about some of the hidden clues that most people overlook, but real estate pros keep a close eye on. First up, investor activity. If you see more homes being flipped, duplexes being purchased, or rental properties changing hands, that's a big sign. Investors don't go in blind. They tend to be early movers and they follow the money. Another clue? Business rebranding. If older shops suddenly get new signage, updated interiors, or even a full-on name change, that's usually not by accident. It often is a reflection of the neighborhood shifting towards a new demographic. And one last one, school boundary changes. If a neighborhood is suddenly zoned for a higher performing school, demand can skyrocket overnight. Always double check those boundaries if you're buying with schools in mind. It can absolutely impact property values. One Eugene area I'm closely watching right now is Cal Young. It has a mix of older and newer homes, great access to shopping and parks, and there's been chatter about potential school and zoning updates. It might be one to keep on your radar. So now you know what to look for when trying to spot the next hot neighborhood in Eugene, before everyone else does. From infrastructure, investments, and shifting buyer trends to subtle signs like rising rents or a new coffee shop on the corner, it all adds up. If you're thinking about buying in Eugene, or even if you're already here and trying to decide whether to move, invest, or upgrade, this kind of insight can give you a real advantage. Have you ever noticed a neighborhood changing before your eyes? What signs do you look for when choosing where to live? Drop your thoughts in the comments below, and if you want help identifying the right neighborhood for your goals, let's talk. I offer custom market insights for buyers, sellers, and investors in Eugene. Just reach out. I'm happy to help. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and join me for my next video. Thanks so much for watching.